Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching the very first episode of DeeJam Rants. Yes, it's a brand new series to the channel where I'm just going to be talking about anything in life that really tickles my fancy, anything I see that really grinds me, really rubs me up the wrong way. I'm just going to be talking about anything and everything, mainly about football because that's what the channel is effectively about, but could be about anything. Now this is something and a series I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm finally getting myself around to doing it. Now the Football Manager's done to calm down, I figured this would be the good opportunity to bring this new series to you, and depending on how this sort of things go, I may well possibly invite other people onto the channel. I don't know, we'll have to see how they sort of things go, but yeah, let's get straight into the first DeeJam Rant. So the first article comes from BBC Newsbeat. Now I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. Is there too much money in football? Two fans argue it out. Now I was scrolling through work the other day, and yes, I know I shouldn't be on these type of BBC sites, but I like to keep an eye on what my competitors at work are doing, so I always have the news websites available, and this is one that popped up on there. So is there too much money in football? Well, any fan with a brain cell can tell you that yes, there is far too much money in football. Anyone who doesn't even like football can tell you there's too much money in football. The fact that players get paid nearly £250,000 a week to kick a football around a pitch. I mean, I love football. I love football. Absolutely love football. It is the best thing in pretty much in the entire world. It's the greatest game ever made. Simple as that. And I love it, but there's far too much money in it. When you think of all the other things that are going on in the world and all the other things that money could be spent on, footballers' wages, transfer fees, agent fees, all that kind of stuff like that, it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And this news article in particular got me really peed off because they got an FC United of Manchester fan and a Chelsea fan of all freaking teams, a Chelsea fan, to talk about money. Now, obviously the FC United Manchester bloke was like, yeah, well, I like supporting my local team. I like the fact that I can talk to the players, I can interact with the club and all this kind of stuff like that. Great, absolutely fine. The Chelsea fan, being a Chelsea fan, and quite a young Chelsea fan by the looks of things on here, I think money has improved football. I think in life you pay what you get for. I want to see the best players in the world, and to get that you have to pay for them. Well, yeah, to a certain extent he's right, but the amount of money involved in football is just mad. It's just absolutely mad. But of course, being a Chelsea fan, he's gonna love the fact that there's money involved in the club, because it's transformed Chelsea from probably about a 6th to 8th place team beforehand to one of the powerhouses in English football. So of course the bloke's going to blooming enjoy money, isn't he? Of course. So it just really annoyed me how the BBC handled this particular article, because they've gone from one polar extreme to another in the lower league, the complete lower league, to the Premier League. They literally haven't got a middle ground, and the article is so short that it barely covers any of the actual points on there. But the FC United and Manchester guys going on about the fact that, do you know any Chelsea players? Do you get to rub shoulders with them? That's what football is about. And do you know what? He's bloody right. He is absolutely 100% right. Football is about community. It's about that feeling you get when you're on this terrace stand. And you just can't relate to half these people that are on the mega money. And I know I'm going to get an absolute barrage of abuse for a video like this, and to be honest, I really don't care. I really don't care, because football is now getting to the point where obviously the FIFA crisis, now what's going on with the FA and Sam Allardyce, etc., and all these different kind of rumours coming around, and different people getting exposed, etc., it's only going to get worse. The corruption scandal is going to get big, and honestly the FA is going to become a mini FIFA. I know I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble for saying this, but it's going to blow wide open. It's going to get huge. And the amount of money that gets handed around, and obviously you've seen these deals from the Telegraph recently, it's all greed. Everyone is wanting more. Sam Allardyce is on a £3 million contract. Why is he after that extra 400 grand? The Barnsley manager's bound to be on a decent wage, probably 2.5, maybe 3 grand a week, something like that, you would possibly think. Why is he after an extra 5 grand to set up deals? You know the rules are in place. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? It's all about greed, and that's what football is now. It's all about greed. It's not, it's not about it's not about the average man. It's not about, that feeling you used to get when you go into going to watch a football game. Most of the time, for a lot of these big teams, it's not there because it's all demand. It's all demand now. That's just sad. It's just really, really sad the way football's going at the moment. As I said, it's only going to get worse. But the big companies control it. Sky, BT, they all control what happens with football, and especially in English football nowadays, it's all dictated by TV deals, sponsorship rights, image deals. It's just not how football should be. It's just not how football used to be. And I know it's going to make me sound like a grandpa and all this kind of stuff like that, but I like going to watch my Sunday league team. I like going to watch my local side play because you get more of a sense of belonging to that type of club. And I mean, to be honest, even to a certain extent with my club here, they're getting better on the media side of things, but still not great. Still hardly any interaction with players. It's just sad. As I said, I mean, this article really pissed me off. It really, really did piss me off. And I just wanted to get my thoughts out about it. BBC done a poor job on it. Poor article. Hardly explored any of the actual key points about football and money. I just thought they did a really, really bad job. So, there you go. That's the first episode of DeeJam Rants. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different, as I said. Whenever a particular news article is going to come up, I will want to talk about it. So I'm going to be bringing these out as and when. There's not really going to be an actual proper schedule for it. But if you've enjoyed it, you think it's quite good, leave me some comments down below. What's your opinion on it? Has football been ruined by money? Is it going to be ruined by money, or am I just overreacting? What's your thoughts on it? Leave it down in the comment section below. I'll reply to every single comment left. Thank you very much for watching, and as always on the channel, until next time, adios.